good to see you. I'm glad you made it. How are you doing? Well, I knew when you called me that you could use someone right now, so don't even worry about it. I got some things together that will hopefully help you out before your appointment. So what are you going in for? Is it like just a cleaning today, or what's going on? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's definitely tough. I'll be honest, I'm also afraid of the dentist, so maybe I'm not the best friend to give you the pep talk in why you should go and how you should feel calm, because I don't really feel calm myself when I go to the dentist, but there are some things that I've done to make myself more comfortable, and hopefully I can help you feel more comfortable before your appointment. Yeah. So first, do you mind if I light a candle? The candle behind me? Okay, cool. Yeah, it's not even that much of a pepperminty scent. It's actually very calming. Kind of just smells like some different essential oils, so it might help you. I have some matches. I know I have lighters and everything, but this is more aesthetically pleasing, I guess. So, just grab one. Isn't this such a pretty candle? Yeah, someone gifted it to me, but I'm pretty sure it was from TJ Maxx or something like that. Sometimes you can find some good things from there. I don't really like shopping there. A lot of it isn't necessary / is junk, but it's okay. Sometimes you can find some things that you need for a good price. Oh my gosh, this candle is very messed up. Oh no. The wick kind of broke, so I'm gonna cut the top off a little bit and I'll see if it still works. Alright, there we go, and then we can use this to strike the match. Yeah, this was actually, I think this was an old candle that I had. It was in this tin, and then I had acquired some matches. I don't remember how. I don't think I even bought them. And the matchbox had this striker, and I just cut it out and glued it to the top of this. So, and then we only have a little bit of time to try and light this. It's like incense. I actually love that smell. Okay, it looks like it's still going strong, so I'll put that over here. Buy my highly flammable plushies. I don't recommend doing that, but first off, I thought maybe I can help you brush your hair back if you'd like. Yeah, so that's out of your way. There's nothing worse. I know I have short hair, but when you have long hair, there's nothing worse than getting spit and everything all up in your hair. So, I have a brush. I actually love the way this looks. With the gaps. It's probably to help it dry off. A lot of traditional brushes, they have this like cushiony thing, which makes it very hard to clean, but then also that probably traps moisture. I think this makes it easier to get the hair off too. And if you don't have hair, or you have short hair, just pretend that this isn't happening. And if you have braids in, just pretend that I'm just gathering your hair and putting it up. Okay. So, I'm just gonna brush your hair And I have one of these back from when I was in high school, probably back when I had long hair. This was like very trendy for a really short period of time. I feel like in the hair space, in the hair tie space, there's all these trends. There's micro trends and then there's trends, and they come and go. So these were a thing. These little, I don't even know what you'd call it. And then hair clips are really in right now. They're like funky acrylic hair clips and, fun shapes and colors, like a sardine tin, but as a hair clip. I don't have those. I'm gonna brush your hair and then I'm gonna put it up in whatever this is called. Gotta start at the ends. I do know that. Okay, just brushing it right now to get any knots out. Not saying that your hair has a lot of knots in it. Not saying that. Okay, you can just turn a little, thank you. Then I'm just gonna gather it, and then I guess I'll just keep it down. A ponytail wouldn't really feel that good right now if you're gonna be lying in a chair. Put this down. Okay, perfect. You're getting a cavity drilled out and then filled. So that can be very scary. At least it's just one though, right? I have had that done before, so I do know kind of what it's like. Have you had that done before? Okay. On the bright side though, you haven't had any cavities before this, and I would say that's an accomplishment. Although, if you do have cavities, it could totally be genetic. I never had cavities until I think I was 18. No, 19, because after my pregnancy I had one, probably from, fetuses steal all your nutrients, and then I was throwing up a lot. So there's a lot of reasons why you might get them. I also had another one more recently. Again, I feel like some things changed for me personally, and so for everybody it's different like that. So it could have been because you're drinking like not even sodas, but the bubbly waters or acidic things. If you like sweets, sure, that could contribute, but don't feel bad about it because it's really easy to get a cavity, honestly. If you have good genetics, you have good genetics. But either way, I brush my teeth twice a day. I floss. I've been flossing every day, consistently every day for the last probably 4 years. And I never miss a day. And sometimes I fall asleep when I'm very, very tired without brushing and flossing, and I will literally wake up in the middle of the night. Like, that's how much I'm used to that routine. Like, I'll wake up so I can go do that. And even then, I'm not saying this to brag, because even then, I still got another cavity. It might have been 2 cavities, actually. Yeah, it might have been 2. Either way. It can happen no matter how good your hygiene is. So it's kind of like lice. Like, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad if you get it. You're not dirty. You're not unclean. Like, it's fine. And even if you weren't brushing and flossing every day consistently, life is hard. It's okay. So don't feel bad about it. They're dentists. They do that all day long. I would say when you sit down in the chair, you're gonna probably get your teeth cleaned, correct? Firstly, yeah. I would just tell them anyways that you're nervous. Yeah. Are you nervous about getting your cavity filled, or are you nervous for the dentist in general? Okay. Okay, that's how I am too. So yeah, even teeth cleaning, you're not, you're not having something drilled, right? They're just cleaning, but sometimes there can be pain, and then it's just really, it can be really scary and anxiety inducing. So I would tell the dental hygienist, but then when the dentist comes in to do the rest, I would tell the dentist as well, hey, I'm very nervous. I have a lot of anxiety about going to the dentist, and you can just say that you're anxious. Hopefully, you feel the courage to say that. I would hope you would. It's okay. It's okay to tell people that, especially since it's not unreasonable. You're at the dentist. A lot of people have anxiety when they go to the dentist. Personally, I have told dentists and dental hygienists that I have anxiety, and they're really sweet and amazing about it. And I feel like once you tell them, and you can even go further than that, like you can ask, hey, can you tell me what you're doing before you're going to do it? And they're very accommodating, is what I have found. When you tell them, I think it will help you feel a little better. Right. I have brought like a comfort stuffed animal kind of thing. I don't know, did you bring one with you? Okay, because you're gonna go straight there, right? Okay, cool, we have some time. So you have yours. I have like little stuffed animals here. I don't know if I would bring something like this. I like to collect these. This is actually a really like nice plushie. This one is from Koshigaya, Japan. I think that's how you say it. It's from the Koshigaya Lake store. Like, it's an exclusive plushie. So maybe I wouldn't bring this to the dentist, but I brought him out for example. Okay, but he's really cute. He even comes out of his costume. You can take him out. But yeah, anything soft and something that you find comfort in, that's not like some big blanket, even like worry stones or something like that. Totally bring that. You're not gonna be shamed. I would hope you wouldn't be. And yeah, if it fits in your hand while they're doing whatever they're doing, you can't really look down at your hands, but you can feel your stuffed animal, or if it's like a fidget toy, you can fidget with it. Right. So I do have some fidgets. I don't know if you have any. So this is what I brought to my dentist appointment. I think I did tell them that I had anxiety, and then I just pulled this out. So I would think they would connect the dots and just be like, oh, that probably makes her feel better. So this is from my childhood, from when I was a newborn, and it has my name on it. So this is very comforting to me, and I just held it in my hands. You feel your stuffed animal. Maybe you look at things around the room. At my dentist's office, they have windows open, and I remember the last room I was in, I could see like a pond flowing with pretty flowers and everything. So if they had a window open, that could be good and helpful to look at different things outside. But I have that, and then I have some fidgets. I have the classic ones. This one's a keychain, so you can put it on your bag. You've seen these. And then I have a larger one. This one's kind of big. But honestly, if it's a noisy fidget, I honestly think that's fine as well, because a lot of the tools they're using, especially like the suction and certain tools, especially when they go to the drilling part, which can be scary, it can be loud. So I wouldn't think this is an issue. And are you scared of needles? Okay, I am too. So I don't know if they explained it last time to you, when they found the cavity, but they will give you an injection. Sometimes they say that the cavities are very little and they don't need to give the pain medication. I've never known anyone who's had to do that, but they will inject like a shot, a needle. I think it's got Novocaine or some kind of medicine in it that is gonna numb pretty much half of your face. So whichever side it's on, the cavity, it's gonna numb like that whole side of your face, kind of like the jaw. By the jaw, they do push it in pretty far down. If it's I don't know why, but I've always had mine on the bottom side of my teeth. I think it's easier for food to get stuck in there, in the molars especially. Is that where it is? Okay, yeah, it's pretty common to get cavities there because there's a lot of little grooves. So I feel, me personally, I feel the needle. So it's a scary thought. So I do ask them to, it's all up to you though, right? And what you want to do. I ask them to tell me when they're going to like put the needle in, and that way I can make sure to close my eyes and try and think of something else. But you could totally say, tell me when it's done, right? Where you're not really sure when they're going to do it, and then they tell you when it's over. That kind of scares me, but you know, whatever makes you comfortable. While they're doing the cleaning and the procedure, it can be hard to like talk, even make noises. I remember when I was getting, I think, a cleaning or something, or maybe they were drilling or something, one of my cavities, there was some kind of polishing tool, and the hygienist was polishing my tongue, the side of my tongue, and I tried to make a noise and she didn't really hear or see, and so I got a really bad burn on my tongue. For probably a week it was there, and it was really painful. So there's definitely reasons to be scared to go to the dentist. Pain, even when you have pain medication, afterwards it can be sore. So it's okay to acknowledge that and like prepare for that. But also you can communicate and maybe say, like, I'll hold up 2 fingers if I feel pain, something like that, so that they know. And there might not be any instance of pain, that's to make you feel better, and that way the dentist knows. So sometimes, I think one time, a dentist said something along those lines to me, like, hey, if you're uncomfortable, do this, and he told me what I could do. Because again, it can be hard to like make a noise, or maybe you don't want to like move your mouth and make a noise when they're drilling. That's why I think it'll help to have like a fidget. So I have these, and you've definitely seen these, right? Honestly, I like the sound aspect of fidgets. There's instances where you can't be making a lot of sound though, so there are some silent ones that I have as well in here. Try and use up your senses, look at different things, feel a stuffed animal, a fidget. I would say smell, but maybe not that one. Maybe even here, some nice dentists' offices have TVs or music, and they will let you choose. When I was on Medicaid, I went to a low-income dentist, so they didn't always do the best job. That was the dentist where I had to go in, I think, 3 separate times to fix my filling and then eventually redo my filling. So that wasn't the best, but they did have screens and they let me choose what I wanted to watch, so that was nice. So that could be something as well. Trying to hear different things other than the drilling sounds. So I have this one, and then this one is pretty loud, but it's got these grooves, and those can be nice to feel that, but just by touching it like that, it's pretty loud. But then these have silicone, and so they twist, and it kind of gives it a loud sound. But this one, it's almost like putty. If it were not sticky, like it kind of flows a little bit because it's got the silicone attached to each ball. And then these ones are the silent ones. I really like these. This is like that popular brand, I believe, maybe. Or it's an off-brand one. It might be an off-brand one. I got these both at the arcade. I got the alligator toy at the arcade. I got this at the arcade. Thanks to the arcade for all my fidgets. This one is a lot like slime. This one you can stretch. So if you like that, then that would be good for you. Very, it's sticky, so it will get kind of dust, but you can wash it. But very kind of like pliable, moldable. This one is much more firm. There's more resistance, so it just depends on what texture you like. I really do like this one. Again, dust gets on them. I did clean them, but and I like this one. It's got the triangle, like prisms. Well, it's, what is a prism? I don't know math. So this one you can't really stretch. The other one you can. And then lastly, I have two things that aren't fidgets, but I think you'll enjoy it. So, do you know what these are? They're Zooples. Yes, they're an old toy. Let's see if it has a date. I believe these were around in 2010, something like that. So the same era as like Squinkies, and it overlapped when Littlest Pet Shop was still very popular. And this one has different eyes, see? And that might be fun to click and to open it. Again, you might not be able to like look down at what you're doing. In fact, I like to close my eyes like the entire time I'm at the dentist so that they're not looking down and staring me in my eyes. It just makes me feel much more comfortable and safe to just close my eyes. So you would only really be able to just feel it. But they turn into little balls and they open up. So that could be fun too if you had these in your childhood, and it could be, nostalgic. So it could be comforting. This one's a bear. And then you just close it. So is there any that you enjoyed? Okay, I'll hold it out like it's Halloween and you're trick-or-treating. Go ahead and pick what you like. Okay, yeah, you can take two, that's fine. Okay. Well, if you need a stuffed animal, I have much more than those really cute ones. Okay, cool. The lava lamp started going. I know right before you came in, I turned it on, so it takes a little bit, but I thought that could also be calming, but I don't know when it started going. But I hope that you feel a little less anxious now, and hopefully some of what I said can be helpful. But overall, stick to your gut. If you don't want to do something, you don't have to do it. But do what makes you most comfortable and what makes you feel most safe. Remember, it is important when you have cavities to get them taken care of, and I'm glad that you're getting it taken care of and you're caring about your health, because if you wait, it can get worse, and then that could mean more pain and more money down the line. I don't know what insurance you have, but I had a good time with you, and feel free to take those and use them as long as you need. Okay. Alright. Bye. Drive safe.